So if you want to look at that jet that's in there, I'll show you how tight it's supposed to be. Well, I can get it started. There we go. Okay, that's up. We haven't quite got the right screwdriver. That's as tight as it needs to be. I've never had one come out, so I've blown all through the venturi, well not the venturi but the rest of the jet. Clean the bowl out as best as possible. Before screwing this back in, just wind it all the way out so you don't bottom out the needle. This one's too loose, I've actually got to do this little nut up as well. The same deal goes with this, remembering it's all aluminium and bloody brass, so you just nip it up. What that will do is that will seal off. So don't want to do it real tight, and just go 1.5 turns if you can keep it, or 1 3/4 if you can keep it like that. By the time you get it back to the tractor, it'll run like that with any luck. Wow. Oh yep, that's a bit tighter. Literally it'd wind itself out before it actually, I was sitting there watching it turn when the tractor was running. So that's alright. Just make sure I haven't got it too tight. See Chinese shifters? Yeah, that's good. Just take it up. 1.5 even, should run on that. Got the inside as clean as I can get it, so.
Looks heaps better.
Yeah, and everything that's in there is actually stuck. It won't actually come any cleaner. So to do that without interjecting dirt into it, good luck. If you haven't got the outside clean, I haven't got the outside clean, but all the loose stuff won't come off, has come off, so fingers crossed. That one doesn't feel real nice. Back that one off. Might be just that the gaskets, yeah. It was contorted around a little bit and it wouldn't all go together. One and a half turn on your idle mixture, which I've never actually looked at. I did mess with it when the tractor was running, but these have got spring washers on them, so they have to be super tight. It'll be a bit tighter than that though. I'm just taking them all up first. That is so worn out. I'm half tempted to. That's the main throttle shaft. This is the choke. So when you pull on the choke, it pulls it down just to open the throttle a little bit. And that's the choke linkage there. But that comes straight from the governor shaft. So I might just have to pull it back off later to weld that up and drill it back out. Nope. Yeah, it's as tight as I need to be. Bet you it won't sit so nice this way, will it? That'll do. And then choke goes back in here. I took the wire out. This is your idle screw for your main butterfly. It's got a fair bit of wear in there. So yeah. Let's have a look for shits and giggles. Half, one, yeah, you'd say 1.5. So it wasn't far out. One. That's 1.5. Alright. Well, if it continues to flood, then I need to lower the floats a bit more, because that seat looked alright, so I can put that back on like that. Well, I need a few other little things. This piece of wire needs to be put back in. Well, actually it's not a piece of wire, it's a split pin. But it could be anything you want it to be. And that bends around like that. There's normally a washer in there, but someone else must have lost it. So yeah, what that does, let's pretend we've got weight on there from the governor. So you pull your choke on and see how that eccentric cam there pushes my finger out. Doesn't do it very far, but it'd probably do it further if the bloody shaft didn't. Yeah, it would too. It'd go further if there wasn't so much play in the main shaft. Got a feeling it's going to have to come apart for that. Anyway. And then they kind of set this up like a modern automatic choke almost. So you pull your choke on, and there's a little doohickey inside on a spring, so once it's running, it's fully choked when you try and start it. Once when it's closed off properly, there's a little bit of spring tension on this little butterfly in here. You can just see it there. Where's my pointy thing? I don't know if you can see because it's dark in there.
I can only just see.
But there's that little bit that opens. If that doesn't work, it'll need to have a new spring on it, because otherwise it won't get any sort of choke. Well, it technically it will, because you're still restricting it, but you know, there's a bloody nearly a 10mm hole in there if that little spring doesn't work anymore. So yeah, that's as it can run. It'll still be pluming out black smoke if you leave the choke on. So there's that. Oh well, that'll do. We can put it back together now.